But a night to remember for sure.
Oh
That
yeah,
has to that has to be like the title, of the evening. A night to remember.
yeah,
We don't know if for good reasons or not, but but for
awesome.
sure.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time in the channel, hit subscribe right now.
Bobby of Persephone, thank you so much for your time this morning. It looks as if it's a beautiful day or a beautiful morning in Andorra. I know that you're working hard on a bunch of projects, so how are you doing today?
Hello, thank you for having me. All good. We are leaving for a tour in 3 days,
Yeah.
so it's been completely crazy. But it's like working on the computer and not rehearsing. Actually, like prepping the tour,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
all good. Yeah.
yeah. And then in that time, they ask you to do interviews. So, they have
Ah,
absolutely no respect for you, Bobby. They have no
it's
respect.
okay. It's okay.
You said there's lots on the go and there's lots of work. I can also only imagine that there was a little bit of pressure going into, this EP cycle, because let's face it, Metanoia was very well received, the previous full-length album. So that always already puts more pressure on a band when you get, when you do a release that everybody seems to really like, and then people that know the band know that there was a change in vocalist. That
Mhm.
adds pressure even more into a new
Yeah,
release.
sure.
So how like let's just address that elephant in the room real quick. We've got Daniel now behind the microphone. This is the introduction of him, this EP and this tour. How has that gone for you guys? Because I can imagine that this press cycle has been a little different therefore from previous
Yes.
ones.
Yes. So there's always a lot of pressure when writing music for Persephone, just
Yeah,
for us, because we are really perfectionist and we really want to have good quality albums all the time.
hmm
Even if it's an EP or a previous release, it was the same pressure with Athma or other releases.
right.
But with Metanoia, it was the first release with Napalm Records, so it was like an extra maybe, and now an extra since we are introducing Danny as a new singer. Even if he's a new singer, I don't think that's that important in the metal community, or a
Right.
progressive band, since people know that all the persons and all the musicians matter in a band like our band. It's not like the singer is more important than, I don't know, the guitar player.
Of course, of course.
So it was okay, but the release has been great, and the response with Danny has been amazing because he's done an amazing job. So the pressure is always there, but yeah, now that the EP is out, and we are like, resting a little bit more.
There are bands that come from smaller countries
Hmm.
that it's almost, you can't see a press statement about Persephone and they will let you know that you are from Andorra, which makes
Okay,
sense. There are not that many
sure.
known Andorra bands. But does that then also mean that whether you want it or not, people kind of look at you as like the flag bearers for Andorra in metal? Do you feel some sort of pressure to represent the country even more than just the band, or is that not?
No, no, no. We like it. I mean, we really like to be these like flag leaders or something.
Yeah.
We did a meeting. Andorra is so small.
Yeah.
It's only like 75,000 inhabitants, so for us it's like an honor to do this.
Yeah.
Years ago, being from Andorra in the metal community was not only weird, obviously, but seen as something bad, because people were used to listen to bands of the main countries, territories, and so it was like weird, and we didn't get much attention back then, but now it's like exotic. And as you say,
Yeah,
every interview is like, "Oh, the band from Andorra. Tell me more about Andorra." And
yeah,
obviously, I like it. I feel proud and of my country, and I like it. And so we had this meeting with the Minister of Culture in Andorra, like I don't know, a few months ago, and she wanted to congratulate the band, for all the history and what we are doing and everything, because we are the only band like touring and doing releases and
right,
stuff.
right.
And she handled us like an official document from the country, like we are the culture ambassadors, and so this stuff like this, I really like it, because it's not usual that a death metal band,
Of course.
can like represent the country. And then we are playing in a music hall in Andorra for the first time here in 4 months, and we will team with the National Orchestra. So we have like a very, very special show, and it's sold out. It's sold out like in just a few days, and I like it.
The music of Persephone is complex. There's a lot of things already going on with just the musicians in the band. Forget about a whole orchestra.
Oh yeah.
That seems like a daunting task to organize and control. It fantastic thing to look forward to, but a little bit nervous as well. How that's gonna, man.
I really don't know where we are going, with this, because now we are going on tour in a few days, and then this kind of show or event is probably something that a band takes month or maybe even a year to plan,
Yeah.
And we will have like 2 months. I think we will have only one general rehearsal. And then we will record everything in a DVD, and hope for the best. I don't know. I mean, it's a huge project that we will try to put all the efforts into it, but at the same time we have like our daily jobs, and we have the tour now, and a lot of responsibilities, so we are already sending like sheet notations, for the orchestra, and time signatures and stuff, and they were like, "This is really complicated, guys." And they were like, "I know, because they've played with other Andorran bands before, and they were like, 'No problem, guys, this will be awesome.'" We were like, "Have you ever listened to Persephone?" I mean, in a nice way,
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, sure, it will be okay, guys. Just enjoy the tour." And just like a few days ago, it was like, "We are kind of worried, this is going to be complicated." But all good, because I know we will manage, but it's complicated music, and it will be a fun night. I don't know what side of fun, but a night to remember for sure. That has to be like the title, of the evening, a night to remember. We don't know if for good reasons or not, but but
Awesome.
for sure.
The orchestra in Andorra is in for a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot have like the full orchestra, because the stage is not that big, and we don't have time to prep for that. So we will have like 15 violin, and like wood
Awesome.
section, But it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. I think I will have like to have a little speech before to the audience, even, because there will be like fans of Persephone for sure, and people coming from other countries in Europe, but there will be people from Andorra that they don't listen to metal, and they just want to go to a gig in Andorra, because there are not that much, but I will like explain to them, this is a metal gig. Even if because we plan to, even if it's the music hall and everything, we really like to be a Persephone show, not so
it's
see.
not an orchestra where a couple of guitars are added. No. It's a metal band that has orchestra supporting them. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you mentioned before, like, the the previous album, first album with Napalm. Napalm, one of the rising labels in metal. The band is getting more traction, more attention, is getting bigger. For the tour that you're starting now, we're not expecting you to bring 15 classical trained musicians on the road with you, but given that you're in the middle of preparing the final details for that tour, what can we expect from this? Because you've got for a lot of people, this will be the first time they see you, not just for the EP, but also the previous album that was released, and maybe even the last 2 albums that was released. So you have a lot of new material for people to play. So what should we expect? So
it's our first headline tour in 6 years, I think. So a lot of changes, from the last tour. We have a different crew. They're awesome. We have bought a lot of lights, and we have prepared a really, really nice show. And we always try to have this feeling of a journey when we write music, in the albums. Like you have to listen the whole thing to live this sonic experience, And we try to do the same when we play live. It's not just song after song, and then that's the show. We have prepared everything to the millimeter, and the idea is to play the whole EP first, and then play some of the, I want to say classics, even if they are not classics, but main Persephone songs. But the way that we've chosen the songs, because now we have some albums, it's not easy. It's like trying to find this balance, between heavy and moments, of just staring or looking or having, I don't know, this moment of, I don't want to say catharsis, but this, because we have the Persephone fan base is awesome. We've seen people obviously enjoying gigs, and having fun and moshing or singing, and then people just crying, and then we had this guy meditating in a venue, and it's so cool, to have this kind of different people in the shows that we try to have this journey, even if it's a live show.
Especially for you, it's going to be a workout, because the EP, even for Persephone norms or standards, it's a very varied body of work, lots of changes. So as a drummer, that means that at the end of the day, everybody has to rely on you to make sure it all works out.
These days we are rehearsing, a lot, and we've done the set list in the morning and then the set list in the afternoon, and I'm the guys, I'm really tired, and they are come on, just one more song, and I'm sure, but I'm getting old, and I'm telling them, please, next time we release some music, just make it easier, actually the EP, I think it's easier to play than previous releases. At least first 2 songs, but the main song with the title, Lingua Ignota song, for me it's a complicated one, and I was complaining a lot, to the guys, this one is so hard for me to learn. No, it's just a normal song, Bobby. And bros, this is fast for me. No, don't complain. Okay. It's just 1 against 5,
There's a lot of toxic bullying going on.
There's a lot of love, and at the same time a lot of bullying in the band. Yeah, sure.
Now I also I will tell you, Bobby, right now that that's a song you're gonna have to play forever. Because
no, I don't think so.
I think it's my favorite song of
really,
the EP, but okay. I also really feel it has this anthemic feel to it. I feel it's one of my favorite Persephone songs. So I do hope that you guys will play that song many more times. But whenever I hear you or see you play the song, I will always remember that you're Bobby's hating this right now.
Bro, if I see you, on one of these venues, I would yeah, it's physical for me. I don't consider myself a super trained drummer. I don't practice that much. I work a lot. I'm doing a lot of work for the band on the computer, and so I don't have that much time to practice. But I think the song will be just fine, live. But it's not something that I practice a lot, like speed or endurance or what. And I know like there are crazy drummers out there,
Oh, yeah.
It's not my style, but yeah, I really hope this is the only tour we play the song.
That's clear for all the fans like myself who love this song. Go check out this tour because it might be your only shot.
Yeah, we have so many songs, right now that it's complicated to choose. We did this Majestic of Gaia song, which is one of the fan favorites from the album Spiritual Migration, and we played last year for the first time, and the song was released in 2013. So maybe there's a chance to listen to other songs that we don't play usually, but there are some hard demanding songs, that but yes.
All right. Well, what you can do maybe is, because if you release an EP that says Lignua Ignota Part 1, I mean, unless you're just fucking with everybody, there probably is going to be a Part 2 at some point, and you can make Lignua Ignota Part 2 the song and just make it similar but much more simple and play it that way.
I don't know what would be the Part 2. There's a lot of people asking already, in interviews and in comments and everything, but I don't know. Obviously the easy answer would be like a Part 2 EP, but I don't know if that would be like just one song, as you said, like working as a single. Like, I don't know, I just like not messing around, but like a 20-minute song. I really don't know. We haven't started working on that yet. We had to release the EP because we wanted to introduce Danny as soon as possible.
Of course.
And we wanted to tour with him and have a proper release. And writing an album for us, it takes a lot, And so we have more ideas to release more music, obviously, regarding Lingua Ignota. So probably it will be a second or third or whatever part, but I don't know if it will be an EP or just the album or just one single or.
Yeah. And you can be like super like annoying to all your fans and just have like Part 2 be like a 50 copy only that you can only buy at certain shows and stuff.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I want to do a split with the band also. I know that people don't do that anymore. Like doing some like splits, one side one band, the other another band. But I'm like dreaming of that for years, and I want to do that with a band if we tour with a band that we like and we are friends or something. I really like the idea of a two-side splits, and maybe Lingua Ignota 2 is just our side, I don't know. Maybe it's awesome. A theater play, Lingua Ignota 2. You will have no. Just joking. I really don't know.
For somebody that is so tired and about to have to go on tour, you clearly have a lot of ideas and excitement. So awesome! I'm so excited for you guys to go on the road on your first headliner tour in 6 years, and then that symphonic show. And maybe you just need to have, like, as a warm up, have the orchestra play a few orchestra only songs, and that's your Part 2. There you go. I'm excited for the release of the live DVD for that, and I'm sure we'll catch up before that happens.
Yeah.
But have a wonderful rest of the day. I know it's busy, and have a fantastic start of your tour, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It was really fun.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.